Hello and welcome to Under the Mood. Today we're reviewing Outcast Second Contact. Having played through the game, I think it's about time I shared my thoughts. So where do we start? How about the large graphical overhaul? Out of all the things that need to be improved in Outcast, this was the main thing. Previously the landscape was made out of voxels, which gave it a quite charming look. With the modern standard this really wouldn't fly by. So one of the things they had to do was update the world, and, well, they really did. The landscape looks absolutely beautiful. The waters are cool, the mountains actually look like big mountains, and the rocks, well, they look like rocks. In Shemazai you can stop and watch the shadows of the cloud pass over the landscape. A really nice touch. All the buildings have a nice depth to them, such as vines growing up them, especially in Talazar, with crates filled with relevant items depending on which block you're in. Ropes, chains and building materials all dangle off the houses, giving a really nice depth to a world that looks lived in. One thing we really need to note is the additional plant life in the game. As I was streaming Second Contact, one of the guys who actually helped develop the remake stopped by for a little chat. One of the things he actually put into the game was this glowing plant. This was added to the game, but also had its own lore to go with it. Apparently it's usually grown where a Talan dies. Things like this really give an extra layer to the depth of the world. And if I was giving a score to the game solely on the game's looks, it'd be getting a 10 out of 10. One of the other key changes is all the character models. Everything's been updated. For the most part, the character models look far better. Cutter has an all new face, but I've kind of gotten used to it. And the amount of moving parts of his face really express his emotion. With the Talan, it's a slightly different story. Some work really well, matching the terrain and job type they have. However, others come across a bit janky, especially ones that look a bit too muddy for their job. In terms of the animation for their face, their mouths move, the eyebrows move a bit and the eyes look around, but sometimes they look a bit lost, or not really interested in what you're saying. But it still gives a nice variety when it comes to the conversation mechanics. However, the character model for Wolf seems to be lacking and looks a bit plastic. In fact, in terms of animation, I believe it's only her arms and mouth that moves. If I had to sum up the conversation mechanics in Outcast Second Contact, I'd say they work well enough, but they are limited, although it didn't really break the immersion too much for me. The story to Second Contact is the exact same as the original Outcast. So for me, this aspect hasn't really changed much. Still a really fun and engaging story. The music is the exact same one from the original, and really helps broaden the world as you explore it. Some of the original sound effects are still in the game, I believe a few have been added, which work just as well as they did originally. The updated HUD works really well, clear and easy to use. Overall, I'd say Outcast Second Contact is a fantastic recreation of the original game. A truly faithful recreation. Then when I say that, I mean a faithful creation. Sadly, one of the things that still remain in the game are the variety of bugs, and due to the older code being brought into the Unity engine, there's a few more. A lot of the background characters whilst during conversation start doing some weird things. As I played through this game, it was the source of a lot of entertainment. Which one's I lot?
Excuse me, pal.
Dang. Oh, flip. He teleported in front of me.
Say, have you seen Zelinus?
Go a good distance to the south.
Alright, let's go say hi to Miriam. Oh!
Urukai, you will let go of your weapons.
Aw,
He's
you
shorter.
didn't say please, buddy.
Uh-oh.
See Croax? And you were
Oh,
worried
no.
that he would come quietly.
Oh no!
Hello, Commander. Sorry I can't give you any more choices than that. I seem to be a...
As you progress through the game, you can really see the struggles and time constraints that developers had. Going into the last 30 minutes of the game, a lot of the big long cutscenes seem to be quite buggy, with some animations coming out really bad. Oh, flippin' heck. In fact, one part of the last cutscene of the game had me in tears. Oh flip, that is coming down really fast now. This was a remake that could have really done with a few more months. Just to polish out those bugs, add a few more animations to really smooth it out. Overall, I really enjoyed my visit back to Adelpha, and can honestly say it was a delight to play Outcast Second Contact on the PS4. And two things I really need to mention are the additional 2 rooms added into the game. playing a game you knew so well inside out, and only to discover these brand new rooms that actually give a bit more to the lore and the world of Adelpha was something really special. So to sum it up, the game really has some strong sections, like the scenery and world building. However, due to a lot of the animations and numerous bugs, the score has to be brought down. So how can I sum up this game? Well, if you're someone who played the original Outcast and loved it, I highly recommend you pick up this game and play it as soon as you can. If you're someone who knew about the game originally but never got around to playing it, I think this is the perfect time to jump into the game to enjoy the story and explore the world of Adelpha. However, if you're someone more in line with modern gaming and the standard it sets, but you're still interested in this game, I would say get it, but you are at heart playing a game from 1999. Which definitely set the standard at the time, but doesn't include a lot of story motifs you'd see in modern games. Go into this game expecting it to be clunky, but know you'll be getting a great experience nonetheless. Again, I really enjoyed my time playing Outcast Second Contact, and I can't wait to jump back in to complete this game 100%. I'm Under the Moons, and I hope this review helped you decide whether you're going to get the game. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time, Under the Moons. See you later!
Special thanks, Fabian, Roy, Adam Mitchell. Hey! There I am. Fantastic.